I'm waiting. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Tea, and I'm T. Good morning. Happy Monday. Good morning. Good morning. Today is a very special day. Today is Jermaine's birthday. So, Jermaine is 10 years old today. I'm so excited. I have to go to school in a little while, but I'm so excited that he is 10 years old. I cannot believe my baby is 10 years old. The last of the Mohegans is actually 10 years old. So, good morning, good morning. Hey Tootsie, hey cousin, hey Apostle Janice. Hey Dawn, good morning, good morning. Y'all share, share, share. Sharing is caring. You know how you help people? You help people by sharing. So many of us don't share. We share craziness. We will share fights and all kind of disgusting things, but we won't share a good message. So share, share, share. So check this out, right? So I went to church yesterday. They always have coffee, and yesterday they had the creamer, the Reese's creamer. Double digits, yes. They had the Reese cup creamer, so now it's so good. Oh my God, I think it's my new favorite. So I'm so excited about this cup of coffee this morning. So enjoy your coffee. Hey Tanya, hey Tamika, good morning. Good morning. We're going to talk about dealing with difficult people. I got a message from one of my ladies who follows me and supports me all the time, and she wanted to talk about co-parenting, and dealing with a difficult parent when you're co-parenting. I talked about this before. I don't know how far back that was, but if you go through my scopes on Periscope, you'll probably find it. Hey Kelly, I hope she comes in so she can hear this. So I'm going to basically talk about dealing with difficult people, right? Because it's hard to deal with co-parenting with a difficult parent. It really is. And I speak from a place of, hey, Tanya, I speak from a place of, I am co-parenting. The Snickers cream is good too. Well, I got to try that, girl. So I speak from a place of co-parenting myself because I'm in a co-parenting situation. And today is, and it's ironic because today is Jermaine's 10th birthday. And I don't know if his father's going to call. I know he's not going to show up. He hasn't really showed up in the last 5 years since we broke up. He hasn't really showed up. A difficult husband. I'm going to talk about difficult people right now. He hasn't really showed up. And this is not to just throw him under the bus. This is just to share my experience of how I'm dealing with this difficult person because it's difficult when you feel like somebody is not being attentive to your child. It's difficult when it feels like somebody is throwing your child away. So I had to learn how to cope with a difficult person. So that's why I want to share from that aspect. That's why I'm trying to say that today is ironic because it's Jermaine's 10th birthday. And of course I want his father to say, call happy birthday or show up to pick him up for a couple of hours or bring him a matchbox car or something. But if he doesn't, this is the whole key to dealing with a difficult person. Y'all got your pens and paper out? I hope so. The key to dealing with a difficult person is you don't have control over another person. See, difficult people will make you difficult if you allow them to, because that's what was happening in my relationship with co-parenting with a difficult parent. I started to become combative. Have a great weekend. You too. I started to become combative with him, which was making me a difficult person, which wasn't making the situation any better for who? For Jermaine. My main purpose in co-parenting and in parenting, period, is to do what's best for my child. So we get into the mindset of when we're co-parenting and other person is acting crazy or not doing what they're supposed to, not paying child support, not coming, not calling, not doing what they're supposed to do. We go into combat mode instead of going into the mode of doing what we're still supposed to do. And my pastor preached on this yesterday. He said, no matter what anybody else is doing around you, you should do what you're supposed to do. And it will eliminate and alleviate a lot of stress in your life. And this is how you deal with a difficult co-parent. You co-parent the right way. Whatever you want somebody to give you, give that out. Be you. This is the thing about it, and it's hard. It's hard when folks ain't doing what they supposed to do. This looks a little blurry. I'm sorry for the people on Periscope and Facebook. Instagram. It's hard when the people are not doing what they're supposed to do. But you have to have the mindset, hey Dina, that I am not going to operate based on somebody else's integrity level. I'm not going to operate based on the way somebody else behaves, because if you do and you don't get in your right mind and you're not aware of what you're doing, you'll be just as bad as the other parent. See, I don't have time for that. My job is to do what the judge told me to do, and that's if you've gone to court and you had to have somebody intervene. Or my job is to do what God told me to do when it comes to my child. So I share information about Jermaine. I tell the school to share information about with his father. I do as much as I can. If he texts me, I text him back. A lot of us, we deal with people the way they deal with us, like, oh, he ain't text me in 6 months. Now all of a sudden out the blue he want to text and ask me how the child is doing, or ask me a question, and I'm supposed to just text him back. Absolutely. Because that's what you're supposed to do when you're co-parenting, not based on what the other person is doing, based on what's best for your child. If he doesn't text me in 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, 9 months, if he texts me and say how he's doing, I say he's good, he's doing well in school, and thank you so much for checking in. I don't have time to just ignore somebody and act like them, because that makes me just as bad as a person as they are. When you are dealing with difficult people want to make you difficult so they can have a reason to be difficult. Like, I'm gonna tell this, and I'm gonna tell it because I have to be transparent to help y'all out. So I'm co-parenting, right? Like I said, and Jermaine's dad hasn't come to get him since a long time ago. But that's not my point. My point is he texted me and was going back and forth just because we had an issue in court, and I said, he moved. I don't know if the house is safe. And my main thing with co-parenting is to make sure that my child is safe. And if you don't know, my son is 10 years old today, and he's on the autism spectrum, so he's nonverbal, which means he cannot talk. And to God be the glory, he's been potty trained for a year now, since he was 9. Well, he's been potty trained since September. So I wanted to make sure the environment that he was in at the new place, because his father had moved, was safe. Because now Jermaine opens doors. Before he didn't know how. So I'm like, you need alarms on your doors that make chirp sounds or something. So if he decides that he wants to go somewhere, you'll know that the door was open. And I'm like, I don't need to come. You're not coming to. I said, I don't need to come to your house. I just need somebody from the court, or for you to say that this is going to be done. So the judge said, okay. And then I talked about him going with his father. I said, he hasn't been with his father in a long time. And this is all about co-parenting, if you're just listening in. I said, he hasn't gone with his father in a long time. His father doesn't know him. He's changed. He's not a little kid anymore. Jermaine has a mind of his own. Jermaine wants to do things. He doesn't know how to discipline. So I would like to spend time to let them reconnect. I will come and I will sit with them, and I would, just help them, because I want him to go with, listen, this is what the fathers need to know. I want him to go with you. I want a break. I want us to co-parent. You're supposed to have him sometimes. You're supposed to have him half of the time, because we have one half on the baby. So I'm not trying to keep him away from you. I'm not that mother. I know there's some mothers out there that are vindictive and who don't want the father because they want to shoot themselves in the foot. I'm not the shoot self in the foot chick. I want you to come get your kid, but I need my son to be safe. I'm not the mother either that'll throw my kid on anybody because I need a break. I will keep him with me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if he is safe. Now, however, we could work out. So I said, let me, if we could just have some time where they get reacquainted. So we started meeting sparingly. That's right. I want my baby safe. So we started meeting sparingly. So the judge said, okay, when the next time you take him to his doctor's visit, and I have a new doctor because I moved, then, let the doctor decide. So I'm saying the doctor can't decide. The doctor don't even know Jermaine. The doctor is just his primary physician. Like, he don't know, like, so I'm saying, so I asked the doctor. The doctor said, I really can't make that decision. It would be best if maybe the teachers, the child study team who are with him all day, every day, can work with you guys as a unit and make that decision. So I said, that's a good idea. So I ran it past the father. He's like, oh, you can't be making decisions like that. This is what the judge said. So I said, okay. So I said, we'll go back to court, and I'll tell the judge that Jermaine needs to be safe. So let's go with school telling us when, we co-parent, when he's ready, or what they see. So he texted me Super Bowl Sunday and said, hey, can I come get Jermaine on Super Bowl Sunday? Can I pick him up at 2, I think he said, and you could pick him back up at 6. So I'm like, at first I got frustrated. So I said, 2 to 6, like, what is that? But then I said, you know what? I said, how about this? I think this was on a Monday. Super Bowl Sunday was on a Sunday. I think Monday or Tuesday. So I said, how about this? How about you pick him up Friday from school? You're right. You have rights as the parent. This is how you co-parent effectively. I said, you're right. How about you pick them up Friday we'll start your weekends. It'll be your weekend to pick them up on Friday, and then I'll come get them Super Bowl Sunday at 6, like you wanted me to pick them up at 6. He said, that's not going to work, so we're going to have to reschedule. See, I did what I was supposed to do, and since then, he has not asked to come get Jermaine. For whatever reason, I'm not concerned about that. My concern was, let me not be in my feelings about my son, because my son does not talk, but he may very well want to see his father, because when he used to go with his father, he used to get excited. So I said, you know what? I'll do you one better. How about you pick him up Friday after school? We meet and you can have him, and I'll pick him up on Sunday, because I don't have a reason not to believe that you're not a good dad. I just wanted you to get reacquainted with Jermaine so that you can see what I'm dealing with. Because when Jermaine is frustrated, I need you to know that Jermaine will headbutt you. When Jermaine is ready to go, I need you to know that Jermaine will walk off the playground. I just need you to know that what you're dealing with now is not what you were dealing with when he was 4 or 5 years old, which was 5 years ago. I'm just trying to help you out, and I'm just trying to make sure Jermaine is safe. But I always took good care of Jermaine. I would never. Okay, you're right, because I would not want anybody to do that to me as his mother, to doubt my love for him or me keeping him safe. So I said, okay, hey, come get him on Friday, and we'll see. I'll see you on Sunday. He didn't want to do that. But my point is, I did what was best for my child. So all you can do as a person is do what's best. Do your best. When dealing with difficult people, do not let them make you a difficult person. When dealing with a difficult parent, do not let them make you a difficult co-parent. And it's hard, because especially when you're doing the right thing, we feel justified. But don't feel justified because somebody's doing the wrong thing. I don't find justification in a person doing the wrong thing to justify me doing the wrong thing. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I don't find justification in doing the wrong thing because somebody's doing the wrong thing to me. I don't want to be justified in that. That's like saying men cheat, so why can't women cheat? Why we want to be justified in bull? We don't. So when dealing with a difficult co-parent, just do what you're supposed to do. If you're supposed to let them have calls at 7 p.m. at night, if they don't call, the next time they call, don't try to block the call. And don't say, well, last time you didn't call, so we just don't worry about that. But he's not being fair, and then he will be upset when he's acting a certain way. I listen. Listen, everybody on here, when it comes to co-parenting and dealing with difficult people, your difficult husband, don't let their difficult behavior become yours, because it will steal your joy. My son's father, I have no control over him. My man, I have no control over him. And for the lady who said, what about difficult husbands? This is what you do with a difficult husband, right? We tell people what we want. We tell people what we expect and what we accept, right? That's all we can do. And then we watch their behavior. And if the behavior doesn't change, you have to make a conscious decision on what you're willing to put up with. If you're willing to walk away, how's this going to work out? If the person is not willing to compromise, then there's some decisions that you need to make. And that's all I'm saying. This is how you deal with difficult people. If there's a situation where you don't have to deal with the difficult person, then you make a decision not to deal with them. But when it comes to co-parenting with a difficult parent, you're going to have to deal with this parent for 18 years. So however old your child is, Jermaine is 10, I got 8 more years. I'm going to do what I got to do, because I'm not going to be frustrated by this person who I have no control over. Because when you try to control people that you have no control over, they control you. Do y'all get that? When you are trying to control another person, they're actually controlling your behavior. Isn't that crazy? Because you only have control over you. If I try to control Jermaine's father is really controlling me, because I'm trying to make him do stuff. So my focus is on him. So I'm trying to control. So he really has control over me, my thoughts, my actions, how I behave, where I go, how I move, what I'm going to decide to do. So we have to learn that you have no time, hey, Yavelle, to act the way another person is acting when they're behaving poorly, because 2 wrongs don't make a right. So when you have to co-parent with somebody, just do your part. When you have a difficult man, you just be you. If you're a good person, be a good person. If it's somebody on your job that's acting a fool, listen, don't act a fool with them. If they're harassing you, then there are steps that you take. You go to HR, human resources. And if it's not that big of a deal, you ignore that person. Don't ever let another person have control over how you behave based on their poor behavior. Okay? Dealing with difficult people. If you don't maintain who you are, then you're a difficult person. Self control is the beginning of winning. I can control myself now. Don't let someone else's character alter you. Right. Don't let somebody else's actions alter your character, Janelle. That's right. Do the right thing at all times, and the blessings will come to you. And we're not even doing them for blessings. I do what's best for Jermaine because I love my child. And he didn't decide to be here, and he didn't decide for me and his father to lay down and procreate. We decided that. So now I have to make a conscious decision to do what's best for him, even in the hardest of times. It's hard taking a day to go to court. It is. And the last time I didn't really want to go to court, but I was concerned about my son's safety, which some people in their mind will make it about them. She just want to give me a difficult time and take me back to court. No, I don't want to give anybody a difficult time. I need to make sure that my child who does not talk, who cannot call me on a cell phone if something is going on in the home, is okay. That's my only concern. I don't want you. I'm not concerned about what's going on in your house outside of my child. I don't want to know about your girlfriend. I don't want to know about your other children. I don't want to know about you. I don't want to know about nothing but Jermaine. And too many of us in co-parenting situations have not healed from the hurt of breaking up. And too many of us in co-parenting situations are dealing with the other chick that the man left you for. If it's the chick that he left you for, the chick that cheated with him, you got to let that go. You have to let that go and move forward so that you can have a full, fruitful life. When you harbor animosity and anger, I'm sorry, and my pastor talked about this yesterday. He said, you know what causes depression? Anger and unforgiveness, because you mad at somebody and you can't forgive them, so you're depressed. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't got time for that. Hey Crystal, how you doing? Y'all got to get Kish magazine, Kish magazine. I am in my girl Crystal Cunningham's magazine under the Millionaire Mindset. Thank you so much for the opportunity. You just bless my spirit and my soul and my heart. And if you don't follow Crystal, please do. She is a prayer intercessor warrior. Like, she prays. Like, some people pray, but she pray. I'm trying to tell you, she will pray your life back together. So when you're dealing with difficult people, stay who you are, or you are being puppeted. Do you want that's what people do. People puppet us with their nasty attitude. You ever just go walk past somebody and say hello and they don't speak, and it make you feel some kind of way, and so you start acting. They just puppeted you. Somebody don't speak to me, I'm good with it. You're not gonna steal my joy. You ever deal with just difficult people and then they make you ashy and aggy all day? You all mad, your mood shifted. No, you're not going to steal my joy. The cashier ever slam your money in your hand and you looking at her and then you like, you got a problem? No, I don't know what her problem is. I don't know what another person's problem is, but you're not going to puppet me. Hey, Mr. Scott. I see you doing big things. Good. Congratulations on your TV network. I'm so proud of you. Good job. So again, when you're dealing with difficult people, stay the course. My girl Steph sent me a text message the other day. She always is right on point, and she just said, "Do not grow weary in well doing." And I needed to hear that. Dreamers on the Move, Millionaire Mindset. Yes, please get the magazine, Kish magazine. Is there a link, Crystal? If it is, you could put it in. But difficult people make you difficult. I'm just not there in my life anymore. And it all starts with self-control. And self-control is the hardest thing. It's the fruit of the spirit. It's the hardest thing to have because people are mean and evil. And you find out stuff about people and it pisses you off. But you cannot let that steal your joy. I love my pastor. My pastor teaches from the Bible. Listen, I was just right. It was a new lady at my church yesterday. I gotta say this, then I gotta go because I gotta go to the gym because then I gotta go to Jermaine's school for his birthday party. So there was a lady, a woman who was visiting the church yesterday. We were sitting. I was talking to her, and we were talking about how the church does not talk about the Bible anymore. Like the church doesn't hold us accountable anymore. Me and her, we were just talking about how she was like, how's the pastor? And I was saying, I love him because he teaches from the Bible. Like, he teaches the truth. My pastor will tell you, if you do this, you're going to hell. I don't mind that, because I need somebody to tell me that you're going to be on fire in the pit of hell if you continue to do that. Because I'm hard-headed. I need to know the straight fact. I don't need to go to church for a motivational speaker. If I want to go to church for if I want a motivational speaker, I will buy a ticket to hear Tony Robbins or one of those people who are motivational speakers. That's what I'll do. I'll go where the motivational speaker is. I don't need to come to church and somebody get up there and give me a motivational speech. You better say, yeah, he teach from the Bible. That's what my little hard-headed butt need. My little hard-headed butt need to hear. Because if somebody would told me, thou shalt not commit adultery because you're going to go to the fiery depths of hell, I might not have to slept with somebody else's husband. But nobody wasn't telling me something. Everybody sugarcoating stuff in 2019. We walking around, listen, I'm telling you, we was reading Timothy. We walking around in the end of time. Y'all better get your Bibles out. It ain't scary for me because I'm trying my best. I'm not perfect and I still do stuff I ain't got no business doing. But I know, so I'm striving to do better. So me and the woman was sitting, we were talking, and we were like, she was like, I'm just looking for a church because I've been church hopping. I want to really learn from the Bible. It's a lot of more. We were just going back and forth about that. And my pastor got up there and preached the word, and just like he was sitting there talking about in our conversation, was nowhere near us. My pastor teaches from the Bible. Good. I don't need no motivational speaker on Sunday. I need somebody to tell me the hardcore fact. What this mean? Because sometimes you read the Bible, you're like, what does this really mean? Like, what are they talking about? Like, really? Like, am I really not? Is that what? So I need somebody to tell me what's going to happen at the end of times. I need somebody to tell me really, like, this is the last. And it is, Janelle. It really is. My spirit, like, I really be like, I'm not saying I'm Jesus, because I'm not. But I know how he felt when he walked the earth and he was grieving looking at the people. Because I feel like that when I see certain things, because I'm really connected to God. Like, I really am a spiritual person. I'm not a religious fanatic, but I really am connected to God. And I really read the Bible, and it really grieves my soul to see some of the stuff that's going on in the world where kids can beat each other to death. Like, I feel like I'm carrying the cross because it hurt me so bad. I can't even watch those videos. I can't even watch, people stop posting these videos of people beating babies. Stop posting these videos of people. It's terrible to some of us who really are, our spirits get grieved. I see certain things and it makes me cry. Like, I really cannot watch the news because there's so much heinous things going on that it just grieves my soul. And I don't know what other way to put it. And every time I see it, I feel like Jesus when he was dragging the cross. Have you ever watched The Passion of Christ? I watch that movie a lot of times. I really do, because it mentally gives me a visual of what Jesus did for me. And a lot of people say, oh, Jesus is not white and all. Y'all all want to get into the semantics and all of this other stuff. But it just mentally and gives me a picture of the sacrifice that was made for me. And that's how I feel sometimes when I'm looking around on this earth. I feel like I'm dragging this cross and I'm trying to tell people, just do better. Just be nice to each other. Please, just you be the best that you could be. And that's the point when it comes to dealing with difficult people and co-parenting with a difficult parent. Be the best that you can be. It costs nothing to say something nice to somebody. It is free to smile at a person. It is free to turn the other cheek. This is my thing. As long as you don't put your hands on me, we cool. Because I tell y'all all the time, I'm 90% Christian and I'm 10% Cardi B. But I'm good if you don't put your hands on me and you don't bother my kids. That's the only time the 10% might come out. If you touch me or if you bother my kids. Other than that, I can walk away. I don't care what you say about me. You don't even know me. I don't care how you look at me. I don't care if you talk about me to other people, because the people that matter to me in my life, they know the content of my character. They know I walk in integrity. They know that I believe in the Lord. So I don't have to worry about anybody talking behind my back. And if you're one of those people you worry about what they said about me, don't worry about that. The people who matter know the content of your character. And if they would even think that something bad about you, those are not your people. Somebody can say something to me about somebody and I won't even flinch. Because I know that if you are talking about that person, you don't think no more better than me, and you'll do the same thing to me. You don't think no more highly of me than you think of that person. And I've been listening to, what's her name? Brene Brown. Have you guys listened to her? I am so hooked on this lady. I'm listening to her ebook right now, and it is so good. I want Yvette, get that book. I'm gonna send you the name of the book, Yvette, so we can go over through the recovery room. Oh, the recovery room starts tonight. If you have not signed up, go sign up right now. It's gonna be so good. I've been studying communication, which led me to, she's so good, ain't she? She's so good. I'm so glad I found her at this time in my life because I needed her. So I've been studying communication. Brene Brown. Brene, like Renee, but it's Brene Brown. She did a Super Soul Sunday with Oprah. My girl Gibi sent it to us, and she had us really, she talked about trust. She broke that thing down. So I'm gonna be talking about these things in the recovery room. I'm adding some stuff to the recovery room now because I'm learning some new stuff. So the recovery room is really not the same every time. The workbook and the literature and everything that I wrote is the same. But when I learn, I teach. Whatever I get, I give. So it's going to be good. So if you didn't join the recovery room, go to my website, www.traykearney.com. Tray, yes, Brene Brown, Kearney, traykearney.com, and join the recovery room. We start tonight. I promise you, you will not regret it. You're going to learn some things. I'm learning more things. I'm a communication expert. That's what they tell me. That's what they said to me. Teach something on communication because that's what you do well. So I'm doing it. I'm doing a whole presentation on communication. But please, we're going to add some stuff. Oh, okay, I'm going to check her out. Please check her out. And please join the recovery room, ladies. Please join me for 4 weeks. We start tonight, and I'm on every Monday with you in a private Zoom. And we deal with ourselves, how to have self-control when it comes to difficult people. This is what I teach. That's why I'm in such a peaceful space in my life. Nobody gets to puppet me. And it's not easy because I'm human and I have children and I have a man. And if you don't know how to have self-control and you got children and a man, your children and your man will puppet you with their poor behavior. Because a lot of the times our children and our men are not with us. They're not where we are. Thank you, Crystal. Our children and our men are not on a level of where we are because we all grow at different rates. But if you're not aware of yourself and you don't have self-control and nobody is teaching you these things, your house will be in the uproar. Your children will drive you crazy because they know how to push your buttons. Not my kids no more. They do know how to push my buttons, but I know when they're pushing my buttons. And I know, like, you're not going to take me there. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was, she was like really grumbling and complaining. And I was just telling her, like, you're complaining and everything, but life is good. You are letting people stress you out over nothing. And I said to her, I said, what's the filmmaker's name that just passed away at 51? Why does his name just escape me? John Singleton. He just passed away at 51 from a stroke. What was he worried about? Don't let folks that all worry comes from an outside source. I'm spiritually connected to God, right? So I believe that everything in my life is going to have a good end result. He came that I will have life and life to the full. He has good and perfect plan for my. This is what I believe. Stress comes from outside sources if you're not aware. So whatever stressed him out to a stroke and he's not here anymore, nah, you're not going to do that. You're not going to give me an aneurysm and you're not going to stress me out to a stroke or a heart attack, or you're not going to stress me out to self-medicate. None of it. Dysfunctional family dynamics from what I've heard. Wow. But you can't let dysfunctional family dynamics stress you out because now you're the dead one. You can't let money stress you out because you'll be dead. It's going to be taken care of. Think back to 5 years on something that you needed to pay. It's paid now. And you probably stressed out over that. I don't stress out over money. It's going to get paid. Listen, I need a payment plan. I'll give you $2 a week, a month. I need a payment plan. Because I'm not going to let the money stress. You're not going to keep calling me. That's everybody. Listen, somebody calling you over and over again about a bill, tell them I'll give you $2 a month. That's all I got. I'll give you 4 quarters. I'm trying. I ain't got it. But you're not going to call me every day. Set this payment plan up. No, you can't tell me that I got to pay you $50 a month that I don't have. I'm trying to work with you now. You don't want to work with me? Don't call me no more. I will block every number I see. I could give you $2. Now I'm trying to make a deal with you. If you don't want the deal, so be it. I got $2 for you every month. If I get a little bit more, I'll give it to you because I don't want you calling me personally. You think I want you calling me? You think if I had the money, I wouldn't give it to you so you would stop freaking dialing my goddamn blang on number? I'm not going to give you my money for my children's food to pay a bill. I know I owe the bill because I'm a person of integrity and I want to pay this bill off. But I got $2. But you ain't going to stress me. And if you don't want to take the $2, too bad for you. But don't dial this number no more. Because I'll change my phone number. And I'll change you to a P.O. box. Don't play. Don't let folks stress you into death. This is what I'm saying. This is how we deal with difficult people. All you have is control over this. I got complete control over me. Do this. Say I got control over this. I got control over this. Like this little bubble right here. Either I'm gonna allow you in or I'm not. If you stressing me out, you can't come in. If you behaving poorly, you can't come in. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hold you at arm's length. Like, yes, you have to tell them how you can pay, then your credit can improve. I had to do it that way. That's right, Maritza, and don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. I got $2. So we all been down and we all been up. Don't play no games. Some folks we got $5 in the bank, and some folks we got 5 million. But we all got some issues and some concerns. And the person with the $5 million, they just got bigger bills. Do y'all understand that? They got bigger bills and bigger stresses. So we be like, oh, why would she be stressed out over money when she got $3 million in the bank? More money, more problems. Biggie said it. I'm just saying, but you have to be able to say, I'm not going to let outside sources stress me out. I'm not going to let difficult people puppet me. So it's not easy. It's easier said than done, but I do it. So it can be done. My dad just passed and I have his house of 50 years hoarded. I am the only one dealing with it. Listen, Melissa, listen to me. Throw out one book at a time. Problem solved. Don't stress yourself out. Throw out one book at a time. Ask for help. I'm just saying. If nobody wants to help, take it slow. We think we in this. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I'm the only one. I took care of my mother by myself from breast cancer. God rest her soul. But I just took it one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, one thing at a time. I had to give my mother needles. I'm not a nurse. You have to give her a shot in her leg. No, I don't. They said, well, who gonna do it? I said, okay, well, I guess I gotta give her a shot in her leg. And I gave it a shot one time. And it got easier and easier. Hello, payment plan queen over here. I know that's right, Ebony. Payment plan queen. I'll give it to you in the payment plan, but you're not going to stress me out. Don't let folks, Melissa, if it's overwhelming, walk out. I'll come back tomorrow. I know 50 years of hoarding has to be a sight to see. But walk in the front door, whatever's by the front door, throw that stuff out right there. Don't go no further into the house and look at the whole big picture. And Will Smith said something I saw the other day. He said, the reason why I'm successful is because I take one brick at a time. I don't look at the whole wall. Isn't that good? He said, I take one brick at a time. And I lay that brick straight until it's straight. And then I lay another brick. He said, so many people look at the whole wall till it stresses them out where they get nothing done. I've thrown 3 dumpsters and 2,800 pounds. I know that's right. I'm tired. And I know you just got to stop. I'm praying for your strength too, but God never gives us more than what we can handle. There is joy at the end of the road. Just take your time. If you can't do no more this week, don't do no. If you need to walk away from the hoarding, walk away. I'm not doing this week. It's going to be there. I'm just no more this week. No more this month. Like I got some stuff I just got to walk away from. I promise y'all. I just can't deal with it. You know, if you ever have a storage unit and you want to empty the storage unit, but listen, storage unit ain't going nowhere. Tomorrow's not promised. I live a good life because tomorrow's not promised. And every time I see a person drop dead, it just reminds me. You on the right path, Trey. You got something here. You you not what you. I could be tomorrow morning. I could be dead tomorrow, and this is not. I'm not worried, and I'm not speaking nothing over my life. So people say, "Don't say that. Don't say." I'm just saying the reality of the situation is you could be dead tomorrow, and you stressing yourself out over what? Over what somebody said? A difficult person that you got to deal with at work every day. They suck up your joy because you need your job. No, you need to deal with that difficult person and say, "This person don't even matter to me." Tomorrow they might be fired. Tomorrow I might find a better job. So no, this person is not going to make my day miserable every time. A boss, a miserable boss, a difficult boss. Just do what you got to do. Don't even think about this person is so mean and so nasty. That's them. That's the content of their character. That's how they roll, and they will answer for that because what you give, you get. So a difficult that maybe their boss is difficult. You ever have a difficult manager? Maybe the boss above that person is difficult, so they feel threatened that they're gonna lose your job, their job, so they ride your back. And you thinking, what the hell is wrong with this person? Their boss, the top boss, is riding their back, and they like somebody. We got to get this done. Like I'm not gonna about to lose my job, so I'm gonna ride your back like a donkey to make sure you do this, so I look good because I can't lose my job because I got 4 kids. You understand? It's not really about you. I could go on and on, but I gotta go. It's 8:43. Y'all done got me on here way too long. Thank God for delivering me from that toxic work. I know that's right, Yvette. So, Yvette, I'm going to send you over your materials in a little while. Don't worry, you'll have them before we start. You don't really need them until we start. I told you I don't like to send the workbooks over early because women get overwhelmed when they get the material, and I like to just go over it with you. So if you have questions on the spot, we good. So you don't have to look at it and be like, "Oh my God, this is not me." I love you too, Maritza. I love you, girl. I love all y'all. So remember what I tell you at the end of all my broadcasts. You deserve the best. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve the best. Now go get it. Peace and blessings. And remember Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. If you need support, go join the recovery room. It'll change your life. Join right now. www.treykearney.com. We start tonight at 8 p.m. live and we do it. Oh, look at this. This is what I'm going to be doing at my Wednesdays at my church. We are studying the book of James. I'm so excited because I love to learn so that I could teach. I love to learn to get good information so I could come and share it with y'all. So I got to read the first chapter. Thank you, Maritza. I got to read the first chapter before Wednesday. So I'm going to do that when I get back from Jermaine's school. So I love y'all. Remember, if you need me, I'm here. Go schedule a one-on-one session with me. It'll change your life. I promise you. I will help you get from where you are to where you need to be. I could see things that you can't see in yourself. Like my coach could see things in me that I can't see in myself. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. No, I won't. Tomorrow is my rope challenge, my rope class. So my rope is called battle rope. So I won't. I'll probably see y'all in the afternoon because I gotta do my I gotta do what's best for my body. But I'll see y'all tomorrow at some point. But I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back on Tuesdays after my 8-week class is over. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm here at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Tea, and that's me. Peace and blessings. I love you. If you need support, I am here. Here. Love you, love you. If you can't afford the program, please let me know. Sometimes people don't get the help that they need because they won't ask. They'll go see the price like, oh my God, I wish I could do it. I'm in such a bad place, but I can't afford it. If you can't afford it, just email me, trey@treykearney.com. Don't be slick and you can afford it. You just don't want to pay because then God will get you. But if you can't afford it and you really need help, please email me, trey@treykearney.com. I can't wait to see you, Evie. I love y'all. Gotta